Hi YouTube, back with another frugal video. Today I'm going to be talking about this book that took me years to finish. The Tightwad Gazette. This is the whole complete book. This is by Amy Decision. This was a book that started off being a newsletter in the 90s, and she decided to make it a book. There are actually 3 books to this, but I ended up buying this larger one, which is 3-in-1. I discovered her through the thrift store. I was in the thrift store with my mom, and we were looking at the books. At the time, the books were like 10 cents. And then we saw this Tightwad book, and I'm like, Tightwad. We looked at the pages. We saw a lot of stuff. We were laughing, thought it was funny, but it was very useful. Of course, during this time, I was probably like in my early 20s, if not 20s, maybe like 18, 19 or something like that. So as I got older, I decided that I wanted to have a better financial health. And what way to do that? By, looking up things that can help towards finances. And I came across this book. I found it on eBay and I bought it. It was like $15. It took me a long time to finish this book, like some years. But for the most part, I can say, even though this book was made in the 90s, there's a lot of information in here that's useful. I find by the time I finish reading this book, there's a lot of things in here that I noticed that can help a lot of people my age, younger, or even older. But what better way to start really crunching and cramping our dollars and making them spread correctly now because of inflation? When I got this book, I started reading it before COVID hit, but I felt like once COVID hit, some of this stuff in the book, it kind of was, a little outdated. Like they were coming up with ways to do certain things, and I'm like, now that would be considered expensive because, cost of living going up. But I can say when it comes to starting a family or having babies, young, like little toddlers or newborn babies, there's a lot of information in this book that can help you save so much money with raising children. Like I would say that's one of the most biggest takeaways from this book. It talks about having thrifty birthday parties, having baby birthday parties, baby shower ideas, cooking from scratch, because, with the cost of living going up and groceries are so high nowadays. Talk about cooking things from scratch, batch cooking. It shares ideas about mortgage, how to pay off your mortgage quickly. Just a lot of different creative ways of doing things, and just proving you have to really be on some shameless levels to really do these things, because some people might think you crazy, but at the end of the day, if you're really trying to save money and you want to have a better life and live more simple, this book definitely delivers that. What else should I add to this? Okay, so for example, I'm going to bring up a few things of why some parts of this book is outdated, because like I said, even though it was created in the 90s, this stuff is still relevant, but some stuff not so much. So for that example, she was talking about how you can switch landlines when you have promotions. Of course, we all have cell phones now, so that doesn't really count. She talks about, televisions, but now we have the special plasma screen TVs, flat screen TVs now. So, that won't fit as much. And then there were certain things in the book where they're saying, like, you can buy cucumbers and reuse pickle juice and, like, add the cucumbers in there, and you can have a whole nother set of, pickles. But now, if you was to buy cucumbers and cut them up and put them in a jar, I feel like that would cost more than actually buying pickles nowadays. So it'd be just better to buy a jar of pickles instead. Now I'm going to look through this book and see if I can give you guys an example of what's in it. to show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, so this part here talks about ways to save on shoes. So I'm going to read this part. It says, 3 ways to save. There are 3 basic methods to save money. Buy it cheaper, make it last longer, use it less. Using all 3 of these strategies may not work or be desirable in all situations. For instance, you shouldn't brush your teeth less, or maybe you prefer the toothpaste of the more expensive brands. But if you combine strategies, results are dramatic. So just something simple like that gives you an idea of how can I apply this into my life? Think about things that you could buy cheaper, things that you can make last longer, or things that you can use less of, right? So when I'm thinking about this, I would definitely think about things such as lotion, right? Lotion is perfect because we know we have to wear lotion, right? We have to put on lotion every day. At least I do, because I have dry skin, I'm a darker skin tone, and ashy don't look good on me. So I know if I bought expensive lotion, it will be smaller in size. I will run out faster. It will cost me double the amount because I'm already paying more for it because it's a certain brand. But I can't use it less, so that's going to make me spend even more money because it's running out faster, because better quality lotions, well, I wouldn't say better quality, but name brand lotions come in smaller sizes on purpose to make you run out faster to go buy a bigger, a bottle of it. But say if I found a brand with the same ingredients in it and it's cheaper, but it's in a bigger bottle, that's when I could say, okay, I can buy it cheaper. I can make it last longer by buying a bigger size for the same price, even though I can't use it less. You get what I'm saying? Another example is shoes. So, of course, when I show you down here, I know y'all seen these shoes here. So I'm going to read the shoe section. And it says, you currently wear out one $75 pair of business shoes every 6 months for an annual shoe cost $150. Before your shoes wear out, you find a sale of your favorite brand for $60. You buy 2 pairs. You double the life of the shoes by getting them rehealed for $10. Now, I know people, they probably don't think about repairing shoes nowadays, but there are still some shoe places out there that does repair shoes. But I think it's more useful for people who have like those fancy, like, penny loafers or something. Find out how much it costs, because like I said, this book is a little outdated, but this is just the idea, the concept. So it says you get double the life of the shoes by getting them rehealed for $10. So, replacing the sole. You double the life of your shoes by wearing last year's old ones for street use. And it says resulting annual cost. Strategy 1, $120. Strategy 2, $85. Strategy 3, $75. Strategies 1 and 2, you can choose for $70. So it just basically lists out the options you could choose on how you want to do your shoe rotation program, I would call it. I think this idea is excellent if you have a big family, right? Because if you have kids, you want to make sure you buy them shoes, and the best way is to like rotate the shoes, right? Especially, you don't want to buy too many shoes at one time. It'd probably be a good idea to start off with 1 pair And then as time go on, you can buy another and fluctuate it or whatever situation that works for you. Another good thing about this book is it talks about coupons, but at the same time with coupons it's pretty tricky because coupons can actually make you overspend or buy things you really don't need. I recommend when you do coupon, only coupon things that you were going to purchase anyway if you didn't have a coupon. Otherwise, you're not saving money. And this book definitely stresses that. And I find that to be amazing. So, you know, I can go on, but for the most part, this book covers all kind of things from batch cooking, cooking from scratch, you know, party ideas, gifting ideas, Halloween costume ideas. So many things in this book that can really enhance your life. I recommend buying this book, The Tightwad Gazette by Amy Decision. And that's all I have for you guys. You have a good day. I will talk to you guys later. Goodbye.